Hey everyone, it is Alyssa from Planet Alyssa here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy video. At least as far as Etsy goes, it has been a good week for me. In other matters in life, it hasn't really been such a great week. I'm just going to vent to you because I feel like it, and I don't know, I've been venting a lot this week, but I need to. Sunday night, I went to sleep and 1 o'clock in the morning, woke up to the whole building shaking, this big loud noise. I had no idea what was going on, because I was asleep. And I look out my front window and there was my car in the middle of the road. So long story short, there was a drunk driver and he plowed right into my car, took out like 3 of the beams that support our porch roof, and came to rest in front of my neighbor's front door. He was fine. He walked out of his car, no problem. He did end up leaving in a police car because he was drunk. And anyway, my car, the insurance adjuster, was just here today. It is a total loss. So now I have to get a new car. And I wasn't really planning on this right now. I mean, it couldn't have come at a worse possible time. So, it's the middle of November. As you know, I sell stuff on the internet here and on Amazon, and this is pretty much the busiest time of year for me. So to be without a car at this time of year is crazy, and to have to be dealing with insurance companies and trying to find a new car is also crazy. I'm very thankful that I have my boyfriend to help me through all this, because I would be going crazy at this point. I kind of am going crazy, but without him, I would not be able to handle it. So he's really been dealing with the insurance companies. He used to have an auto body shop, so he's pretty used to dealing with insurance companies and this sort of thing and cars. And so, he's helping me find a new car. We're trying to replace my car, just get something as close as we can to my 2007 Xterra, and apparently they're very popular cars because they're awesome cars, and I love my car, and I really didn't want to see it go like this. Anyway, so that's just me venting. That's just the kind of week it's been here. But hey, I met my Etsy goal. I sold $300, I think $301 on Etsy. Let me check. I don't even know. I'm sorry, I sold $304 and I sold 18 items. So I'm going to go ahead and show you each of the different items that sold and how much they sold for. And hopefully by the time you see me next week, I will be in a better mood, because this will all be behind me. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. But if I don't see you before, then I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving and has a much better week than I am having. And hope you sell a lot of stuff too. Okay, the first item I sold this week was this aluminum stovetop coffee pot. It sold for $25, and I think I picked this up in a box lot at an auction. And I know I got this cute little memo pad in a box lot at an auction. It sold for $7. And this is a vintage postcard. Just has this cool illustration of a cactus. I think it was barrel cactus it's called, or something like that. This postcard sold for $5, and it is in unused condition. I honestly am not sure where I picked this one up. And this is a plastic wedding cake topper, vintage wedding cake topper, which sold for $15. And I picked this up not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I think, at the thrift store. These are a set of jigger measuring cups, they're called. They're for mixing drinks, like a shot glass type of measurement thing. And I picked these up in a box lot at an auction. They're made of some kind of metal. I'm not sure that it's pewter, it might be. Anyway, this set sold for $20, and this was an international order. I think it was going to Canada. This is a vintage sewing basket, which sold for $18. Honestly, I think this came from a thrift store, but I'm not sure because I've actually had this one kind of a while. It's pretty. I thought it was cool, but it took a little while to sell. And this is a vintage Fisher Price doll. It sold for $35, but this was another item that I've had for a while. And she's from about the 1970s. In fact, I think she's from 1975. So me and this girl here, we're the same age. Okay, the person who bought these plastic trays and cups, it's a set of 6 trays and 6 cups, which sold for $25. But the person who bought this also bought the next item that you'll see. And I got these trays and cups at a thrift shop. And then these vintage glasses, they also bought vintage eyeglasses. They sold for $20. Now these did have prescription lenses in them, so you'd have to take them out if you're going to use the frames for something else. These are those old like 1980 style glasses where the stems come up from the bottom as opposed to from the top. And I can't remember where I got these. I think these might have come from an auction. Either that or they came from a thrift store. And then I sold this vintage wooden Coca-Cola crate for $40. And this is something that did come from an auction not too long ago that I went to. And then this is it's actually a rain bonnet, one of those old plastic rain bonnets in this little vinyl pouch. It sold for $4, and as you can see, it's sort of an advertising thing from a steakhouse in New York City. It's older because you can see it actually has the old style phone number down there without the way we write them now, like the Wisconsin 7- whatever. And I sold this for $4. It's something I think I picked up at a rummage sale for like pennies. And then this is a set of vintage receipt books. There are 2 sets of rent receipts and 1 set of money receipts. And I think each of these, the pads are partly used, but there's a bunch of blank sheets remaining. I don't remember where I got these. These might have come from an auction, but they might have actually been in a bag at a thrift store. And then this brass letter opener with the horse head on it sold for $10. This was another international order. I think this one was also going up to Canada. And then sold some Christmas ornaments. This one is Bing and Grondel was the maker on it. It did have printing on the back, like the Victorian series or something like that, that it was from. So kind of cool design from the 1980s, I believe, or 1990 possibly. I don't remember. It did have a date. So not super old, but it sold for $8, and it's something I picked up in a box lot with a bunch of other Christmas ornaments. But this Christmas ornament was not in that box lot. This sold for $5. This is something I picked up at a garage sale with some other Christmas ornaments. And just kind of a cute vintage plastic ornament with that sort of like sugary sparkle look to it there. And here's a fun vintage license plate, let me tell you about my grandchildren, like a vanity plate type thing. It sold for $14. I think I picked this up at a rummage sale. I can't remember though. And then this is a lot of 5 different tin noisemakers, like New Year's Eve noisemakers. Sold this set for $20. Honestly, these came from different sources, so I don't remember where they all came from. I know some came from thrift stores, some probably came from rummage sales, but I put them all together as a lot of 5 and sold them that way. They're not worth too much to sell individually, but people like to get a set of them. Sometimes they collect them or even use them for a party. And this is a set of vintage wooden alphabet blocks, which sold for $15. And I picked these up at a thrift store, actually, with some other blocks. It was like 2 sets together, all bagged up. But yeah, so that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week, if not before then. So happy selling, everyone.